This new driving law of McGuinty's that he's trying to put in, it's absolute bullshit. It's a bad idea. It's not gonna work. It's nothing about it's gonna be any good for anybody. It's just discriminating against a small demographic age group, because apparently we're the worst drivers out there. Some of it's okay. You can find a better way to go about it, but not how he's doing it. 3 parts basically make this whole thing: speeding, drinking and driving, and too many people in a car or whatever. Speeding's, everybody does it. You shouldn't do it, but we all need to get around anyway. Sometimes you need to speed on the highway though. If you don't, all the other drivers get pissed off, drive unsafely around you, because you're actually doing the limit. But the punishments for the 21 and under this is targeting, a little too harsh. Your first time getting pulled over is a 30-day onside or roadside suspension of your license, possibly up to 90 days, while everybody else only get a fine. It should be everybody either gets a fine or gets a suspension, not just a little group. Drinking and driving, obviously bad. Should be higher fines for this, but guess not. Everybody does, well, not everybody, but the people that do it now are probably still going to keep doing it. But now, even if you have your G license, and until you're over 21, you're going to lose your license for even .0001. That's like what using mouthwash or cough syrup is going to do to your blood. It's just a waste of time. The cops could be out actually getting criminals or whatever, instead of pulling over every kid that doesn't look old enough to be driving to test them, see if they've got any alcohol in them. I was really just going to go for my G license so I can go out, have a beer with my friends when they have some, so I'm not sitting there left out and being able to do it legally. But now I'm not going to bother. The worst part of this is the 1 passenger under 19 per car. It's the worst thing we can do. We're constantly carpooling each other around because we don't all have a car, or we can't afford to have a car. Now we're not going to be allowed to do this. Some of us carpool to school or work, save money, save gas, or because we can't get there any way else. Some of us live out in, small towns where there's no public transportation that obviously McGuinty thinks we all have access to. Like where we are, we've got like a Tim Hortons and a stoplight. We don't have cabs, we don't have buses or subway. We rely on each other to get around. We need to get to work to pay for things, and if we need to get a car, how are we supposed to get to work to pay for the car that we're now going to need because we can't carpool? Doesn't make sense. You can't even be a designated driver now. If you want to go to a bar with 4 of your friends, yeah, you can pack 5 people into 1 car. Now you need to take 5 cars for 5 people. So 5 people aren't going to be able to drink unless they're over 21. It's stupid. You go to a party, you want to drive somebody that drove there, but they're wasted. You can't take more than 1, so you have that risk of allowing 1 drunk driver to manage to get their keys and possibly crash their car, because you had to choose which one you can take home, because you're not allowed more than 1. If anything, this is gonna screw up the environment even more. I thought we were trying to get rid of cars on the road, use less gas, make the highways a little less crowded, but now we're going to be using up more gas, more materials to make cars, throwing more teenagers on the highway, endangering them instead of making them safe, like McGuinty wants. It's stupid. You can't even go to a movie now with your friends. You go you gotta make 3 trips, or find somebody that's over 21 to go with you. It's stupid. But just because some stupid kid decided to smash his Audi, throw it into a river or whatever when he's drinking and driving, and, well, other teens doing this too. And now we have this stupid rule that better not go through, or else we're all fucked. People drink and drive. They shouldn't, but parents should be teaching their kids a little better than just simply saying, don't drink tonight, you're gonna drive. Tell them why they shouldn't drink. Or, if people are so concerned about us not driving safe enough, make the licenses harder to get. Put in sections about driving with distractions, or more information. I don't know. Just make it harder to get a license. That way kids are more prepared. We're not the only people that speed, drink, and drive, though. Adults, people over 20, over 21, they do it, so you would think this whole rule would apply for them too. Or make it even harder. A person 40 years old should have like 20 years more experience than us, so they should know better than to speed or drink and drive. But they do it. I don't see why we have to be punished harder. If you're gonna cause these rules and stuff, make it affect everybody instead of going against our Charter of Rights, going against our equality rights. It's age discrimination, and I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to have that when it comes to laws. So that's not gonna work. Think of the young drivers out there that are gonna start voting. McGuinty's not gonna get back in if we're all gonna vote against him because he's pulling this shit. Probably he's got people watching YouTube, reading people's blogs, all the forums and stuff, reporting back on everything they're seeing about, the backlash against this law. Hopefully they are. For the future of the nation, we're going to remember everything that he's done, and we're going to remember all the shit that we're going to go through because of this. We're not going to speak fondly of him when he's out of office or whatever the fuck he's doing. We're going to remember him as some idiot that took away our rights. This thing's stupid. But kids fuck up, now we're all screwed. Just, fight the law here. People are putting Facebook groups and online petitions. I'm going to post one on the description of the video. Sign the petition. It might help. It might not. I don't know. But the more of us that get together, the more successful it's going to be. So I suggest do the right thing. Sign this petition. Keep our rights going. I don't know. That's it.